the members of the January 6th Select Committee leading the questioning this week. California Congressman and the chair of the House Intel Committee, Adam Schiff. Good to have you back here on Sunday Morning Matters, Congressman. And let's start here. I'm wondering, among the committee, has there been really that smoking gun? And if so, what is it for the American people, especially those voters who do back Trump?
There actually have been several smoking guns. This week we had a couple powerful hearings. In one of them, you had the Republican House Speaker from Arizona basically talking about how Donald Trump and Rudy Giuliani asked him to do something that would violate his oath, that would violate the Constitution. And he told them in no uncertain terms he was not going to do it. We heard the Secretary of State in Georgia describe the call that he had with Donald Trump, in which Donald Trump asked him to find 11,780 votes that didn't exist, asked him to recalculate somehow so that he could become the winner. And again, this Republican Secretary of State said he wouldn't do it. And we saw an election worker for whom the president made false claims of fraud. And we heard the Attorney General say that what Donald Trump was saying, his own Attorney General saying it had no merit, and yet he ruined this poor woman's life. And then later in the week, a second hearing where you had top Justice Department officials, similarly, his own people say the president wanted us to intervene in a presidential election in a way that was not appropriate for the Justice Department, would have required them to violate the Constitution, and they were prepared to quit en masse rather than do what he wanted.
So you're talking about how the committee really laid out the case, and Congressman Kinzinger, Republican, was that by design to have him lead those hearings on Thursday? And second part of that, why hasn't the DOJ themselves put an investigation forward and made their own case?
Well, each of these hearings is essentially chaired by a different member of the Select Committee. So I was given responsibility for the one on Tuesday that was the state pressure campaign. My colleague, a Republican, Adam Kinzinger, handled the Department of Justice hearing on Thursday. And in the next hearing, it will be other members that will play the lead role. In terms of, why is it the Congress acting and not the Justice Department? Interestingly, on the same day that we had the hearing on the Justice Department and the president's efforts to get Jeffrey Clark named as acting Attorney General because he would do the president's bidding, Mr. Clark reportedly had his house searched by investigators. They executed a search warrant. So it does appear the Justice Department is acting also.
I'm wondering, what's the end game here and the punctuation? I know that we'll have hearings, I guess, delayed because there's some new video you guys are going to be looking at in July. And I'm wondering, what really is the punctuation here? Will this committee at the end say, we are not only recommending but urging the DOJ to press charges against the former president?
We will have a couple more hearings next month. We will then work on our report. We will also work on our recommendations about how to keep the country safe in the future from this ever happening again. I hope that we will in the fall have a hearing or hearings over those recommendations. And we will discuss, probably after these hearings finish in July, whether we should make criminal referrals to the Justice Department. But it's important to note whether we make referrals or we don't, the Justice Department has an independent responsibility to act on evidence of the violation of federal law. So we may put our own stamp on it by saying we believe you should investigate these things. I don't think we're going to be saying that we believe somebody is guilty and should be convicted. That'll be up to the Justice Department, but we may make referrals to say we believe the law may have been broken here and we think you should investigate.
Yeah, I'll kind of finish on this. Your Republican colleagues, they say that they need a chance to maybe do a rebuttal. Would you support if they wanted to bring, after these hearings close out, if they bring something to the table in response to what we are seeing on television and what we're seeing play out?
Well, of course, we have Republicans on our committee, so the committee is bipartisan, really nonpartisan. Those who are complaining about not having a role in the committee, including now the former president, were the same people who vetoed an independent commission, which would have been made up equally of Democrat and Republican appointed commissioners. Donald Trump didn't want that. Now he is acknowledging today that was a big mistake. He's blaming Mr. McCarthy for that, but no doubt he had a big role in that mistake. McCarthy and McConnell, I think, were both doing his bidding when they essentially rejected an independent commission. So they're really not in a position to complain at this point.
Okay, real quick, they're telling me rap in my ear, but I wanted to get this in. Do you believe the former president, Donald Trump, will run for president in 2024?
I do. I do believe he will run, and at this point, he still has the support of a majority of that party, of the Republican Party. I hope the Republican Party, though, will return to its roots of being a conservative party, a party of ideology, and not a personality cult around the former president.
All right. Congressman Adam Schiff, appreciate the time so much.